Let's go to page 79 in grammar. Page 79. It's a review page, which means we've already talked about this stuff. So we just want to make sure you remember it and go over it again. So we have the who, which clause, the that clause, and the adverb clause. We got three clauses we're going to talk about today. It says a who, which clause, a that clause, and an adverb clause. Remember, those are the ly, or no, those are www.asia clauses. Remember that one? That's the adverb clause, www.asia. They all add detail to a sentence. Here's something that helps me remember how to use these clauses. So you guys remember how there's a main clause in every sentence? The main clause is really what the sentence is mostly about. Here comes Christopher. So if you think of a main clause as like a main dish, have you ever heard that term before when you're talking about food, a meal, a main dish? So a main dish would be like the main thing you're eating. So let's say it's steak, okay? And you're having your main dish is steak, or it could be, I'm sorry to talk about food because I'm really hungry this morning, but it could be like lasagna, or it could be some main thing that you're eating. And then you have side dishes. Have you heard of that term before? Side dishes? Side dishes are things like salad or soup, or maybe a baked potato, or like beans, something on the side. So when you're looking at a sentence, that main clause is your main dish. And then all these other clauses, the who, which, the that clause, and the adverb clause are like side dishes. They add to the sentence. It's not the main part of the sentence, they add to it, just like in a meal. Okay. I see Christopher and Megan came in. Good morning, you guys. Here comes um, Olivia. So we're all coming in. I recorded it. So if you need to watch that beginning part later, you can. We're on page 79. So the who, which clause contains a subject and a verb, is added to a sentence that is already complete, just like a side dish, adding to a meal, a main dish. It begins with the word who or which, and it usually uses commas. Sometimes, well, most of the time they're at the middle of the sentence, and sometimes they're at the end of the sentence. And then there's the that clause. You know about that. Starts with that. It contains a subject and a verb. It is added to a sentence that is already complete. It begins with the word at that, right? It's a that clause. So it begins with that, and it does not use commas. Another side dish. And then we have the adverb clause. Guess what? It also contains a subject and a verb because all clauses do. It is added to a sentence that is already complete, just like a side dish is added to a main dish. It begins with a www word, and you use commas after, but not before on the adverb clause. So these are the three clauses we're reviewing today: who, which, that, and adverb. And we just talked about how they're like a side dish to the main dish, which is the main clause. All right, and then it says complete this exercise orally. That means just by saying it, you don't have to write it in there. Change the sentence by adding different types of clauses. There are multiple right answers. The cook could not find the cheese. All right, and here we have the cook who, this is a who clause, who blank could not find the cheese. This is where you get to make up this part. Does anybody have any good ideas on what you could put here? You can just say it. You don't have to write it. But the cook who blank could not find the cheese.
Would a
Maybe
mouse work?
the mouse? Hmm. What could the cook be making with cheese, Megan? What's something that he could be making with cheese?
Bowls?
Bowls, or he could be making like pizza. Pizza has cheese in it, right? What if you said the cook who was making pizza could not find the cheese? That works. Any other ideas on something about the cook? The cook who blank could not find the cheese. Maybe the cook who was tired could not find the cheese. The cook who was blind. Hey, that would be a funny one. The cook who was blind could not find the cheese. No wonder. You can't see anything. All right, you get the idea. Okay, this is telling more about the cook, what the cook is doing. And then after that is could not find the cheese. Christopher, do you have any other ideas for this one? The cook who blank could not find the cheese.
The cook who sadly could not find the cheese.
Sadly is going to be a different type of a word. We need a clause here. So we need a verb in here. Remember, who clauses have a verb. So the cook, like I was saying, the cook who was making pizza could not find the cheese. The cook who was blind. The cook who was tired. Can you think of something like that, Christopher, with a verb in it? Who was sad? You could say it that way. The cook who was sad could not find the cheese. That would work. Because that word was is your verb. All right, let's try the next one. This is a that clause. The cook could not find the cheese that blank. The cook who could not find the cheese that was right in front of him. The cook could not find the cheese that the mouse stole. What do you think, Olivia? You got one for that one?
That was moldy.
Oh, that's a good one. The cook could not find the cheese that was moldy. That's probably a good thing that he couldn't find that. Don't want to use moldy cheese. That's a good one. Maybe the cook could not find the cheese that he bought from the store. Remember, it's got to have a subject verb back here in order for that clause to work. And then there's that last one. See if you guys can come up with something here. The cook could not find the cheese when Olivia,
He was in need.
he was in need. There you go. That's a good one because you got he as a subject and was in need. Yep, was is the verb. Any other ideas? The cook could not find the cheese when, what could you say at the end of this one? London, do you have an idea here? The cook could not find the cheese when,
When it was needed.
okay, yeah, that's basically what Olivia was saying too. Maybe when he got back from the store, that could be one. The cook could not find the cheese when he got back from the store or when he came back from the store. Or when he was looking for it. The cook could not find the cheese when he was looking for it. The cook could not find the cheese when the power went out. We know what that's like when the power goes out. If it's nighttime, it's dark. Good luck finding cheese. All right, let's go on to the practice page here. How about Julio? Can you read this sentence today?
Timmy couldn't easily digest their food because he needed fruit nuts and beans from his garden.
There you go. Good. So digest is our word today. That means just like when you eat something and it goes through your body, you're digesting that. Um, so that is actually a verb. So go ahead and check vocabulary. There are 6 nouns in here, London. Help me find the 6 nouns. We don't even have any articles this time, so we're just going to jump right into nouns.
Timmy,
Good.
food,
Yep.
fruit,
Fruit.
nuts,
Yep.
beans,
Yep.
and garden.
Yes, good. Very good. There's one pronoun. Christopher, where's the pronoun?
He,
Good. He is the pronoun. Adjectives, Megan, there's two that are going to describe some of the nouns. Like, did you guys notice something? Whose food was it? Whose food was it, Megan?
There.
Yeah, but that's wrong, huh? Did you notice that? Yes.
Wait, it's there.
It's there, but that one's spelled wrong. Because remember, with THERE, it's like here or there. But when it belongs to people, how do you spell that word there?
Their.
Good. That's exactly right. Very good. So that is an adjective too. So we're going to do two things there. We fix that. That's a homophone, so we'll check that. And then there's one more adjective. Do you see the other one, Megan?
Timmy?
No, that's a noun. We already got that one labeled. But look at the word garden. Do you see a
Oh,
word that tells whose garden it is?
his garden.
Yes, his. So remember, adjectives tells whose or which one or what kind, those kinds of questions, okay? Good. How about the ly adverb, Olivia?
Easily.
Easily. That's an easy one. Coordinating conjunction, Sydney. Good morning, Sydney, by the way. Do you see the coordinating conjunction?
And
Good. Remember, that's the fanboys word. So A in fanboys is and. That's a good one. I'm going to come back to prepositional phrases, but Julio, what about the adverb clause? That's the Asia. www.asia.b.
Because
There you go. Because where does it end?
um I don't know. Wait, hold on.
Because what?
He needed fruit nuts
Well, there's other things he needed
and beans
from
from the
where?
garden.
From his garden, all the way to the end, basically. Okay. When you try to figure out the end of it, you're going to say because what or when what, you're going to ask yourself, what's the rest of it? And it goes all the way to the end on this one. All right. Subject verb pairs. How about London? What about the verbs? There's one, two, three. There's three verbs in this sentence.
um digest,
Digest, yeah.
um needed,
Needed.
couldn't,
Good. It's the could part of couldn't. Yep. So I'm going to put it over that. And London, did you notice something's missing from couldn't?
um an apostrophe,
Yes, good. Between the N and the T right there. So it's a contraction. And then how about Christopher? What are the subjects? So who couldn't easily digest?
Timmy,
Timmy. And then what's the other one? Inside the clause, there's another subject.
he,
Yes, good. You got it. Good job, you guys. All right, the prepositional phrase. It's all you, Megan. Where's that prepositional phrase?
From
From what? What's the
his
rest of it?
garden.
There you go. From his garden. Yay. Good job, you guys. Okay, capital. We already know that. Timmy. How about Olivia? What about the comma? Do we put one in, take one out? What do we need to do for the comma rule?
take one out.
Actually, we're going to put one in. And I got to clarify something because when Julio read it, he said he needed fruit nuts. You put those together, but actually it's two separate things, fruit, nuts, and beans. So where should that comma go, Olivia? It goes in that spot somewhere.
between fruit and nuts.
Yes, there you go. I mean, I don't know. There's probably, you might be thinking of like the pit of a fruit. Maybe you think that's a nut, but it's actually separate. It's fruit, nuts, and beans. So we do need a comma there. And then our end mark goes here. And we already did the apostrophe. So we're good. Got it. Good job, you guys. Alrighty, then we're done with the grammar for today. Go ahead and get your binders out. I'm gonna check my attendance list here. And everybody's here now. It's a good thing. I'll just keep recording in case you guys need to watch this later, but um your binder, and you guys should be keeping everything you're working on for the week needs to stay in your front pocket. After class, sometimes I forget to tell you, after we're done with class, just gather up all your papers and just stick them in your front pocket until you're ready to do your homework later. Just want to remind you of that. Let's look at the checklist for the paper you guys worked on this week. By the way, you wrote a fun story again. Food on a stick or family dinner, right? Is that what you guys worked on? Hold on. Did I do the right thing? Hold on. What did you guys write about this last week? Who wants to tell me? Olivia, what did you write about?
The family dinner.
The family dinner. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I was looking at the right assignment. So you had two choices. You had food on a stick or family dinner. You could pick which one to write about. But let's look at the checklist for that really quick because I want to make sure that you remembered everything on your checklist, and that is how I grade your homework. I just want to remind you again. So it's page 109 from your front pocket. This is from Food on a Stick or Family Dinner. So let's look at this really quick. You've got your topic clincher rule here. It says clincher sentences repeat or reflect 2 to 3 keywords from central fact. That's your first sentence. Remember, that's what's happening in the picture. So don't forget your topic clincher rule is here. And some of you have forgotten that the topic clincher goes in each paragraph. And it's 2 to 3 key words. Some of you highlighted like a chunk of the sentence. That's too many words. You can't highlight more than 3. It has to be 2 or 3. That's it. From the first sentence and the last sentence in each paragraph. So I wanted to go over that. And then you've got all 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got all 6 dress ups. So each paragraph should have 6 words underlined for your dress ups. And you have an opener, and it's the prepositional opener. So I want to make sure to review that with you. You've also got some extra band words. It's getting harder, you guys. It's getting harder. I know, I know, but it's good because you can handle it. You guys are ready for this. You are. I know you don't think you are, but you are. This is making you a better writer. So use the checklist. Does anybody want to share their story today that you wrote? Either family dinner or food on a stick? Sydney, did you want to read yours? No? Nobody today? You guys either are really tired or you're just like, I don't know what. Are you guys tired this morning? Some of you are like, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I see your note here, Megan. She's wondering if she could read the ice cream truck. Yes, if you want to read that one, you can. I'm okay with that.
All right.
Does anybody else want to read one from last week? Nobody's going, yes, me. That's okay. I'll have Megan go ahead and share or read yours, and then we're gonna talk about the next lesson. So, do you
All
want me to
right.
pull it up or do you have it?
I have it.
Okay. So whenever you're ready.
Outside of Winter Park, since it was December, there's a magic ice cream truck which had a bunch of windows parked close to a sidewalk. The ice cream truck has any ice cream logo on top, made out of real ice cream outside of the ice cream truck. Freddy, the ice cream man, is ready to hand out kids' ice cream orders. The ice cream flavors are all cleverly named after the movie Frozen.
Wait, after the movie what?
Frozen.
Frozen. Oh, that's cute. Okay.
Because it's a popular movie. It has a blue cotton candy flavor called Icy Blast. There is a vanilla flavor called Olaf's Blizzard.
That's cute.
And a mint flavor called Fixer Up.
That's cute.
Everyone is said to order from the ice cream truck. There's a long line of kids who are waiting to get ice cream. Freddy is in front truck window. This one's my mother. Elaine, order a icy blast. Here you go, kids. Add Freddy. Add
That's cute.
Freddy. Elaine really loves ice cream and enjoys it so much. Megan's favorite flavor is Anna strawberry ice cream because it is pink. Kevin enjoys mint ice cream, chip ice cream with sprinkles. That's my dad.
Oh, cool.
Nuts and chocolate stripes. Brennan is fond of lemon sharper. That's not true. It's actually vanilla. I just put it there.
That's okay.
There was more kids in line ordering a single and double scoops because they could get more if they wanted. When it got to the afternoon, the real ice cream logo on the top melted because it was in the sunlight. Elaine was sad when the magic ice cream truck had to return to the North Pole.
To the North Pole. That's
She
cute.
started to cry. I'll be back next year, Freddie. Grantley explained. Elaine, who had been upset, felt happier. She spent the rest of the afternoon stuffing her face with ice cream with her friend. Even though the ice cream logo melted, the magic truck would come back next year.
Is that the end?
Yep.
Yay! All right, you guys, give her a clap in the camera. Woohoo! I love it. Oh, that was cute. And I love the theme with the Frozen theme. That was cute. That was a really good idea. Yay. Very good. And I noticed you worked really hard at not using any banned words. That was hard, huh? Because there's a lot of banned words now. And then I heard a lot of great dress up words in there too. So good job, Megan. Thank you for sharing that. I want to share another paper that is not, well, it's kind of made up from another student, but I called it Bob Smith. You guys know about Bob, right? I share about Bob a lot, but I want to show you this paragraph because I want to make sure you see a couple of things. Okay. This is from Food on a Stick, and it's only the first paragraph, and I called it Bob Smith, but the name of the paragraph or the name of the story is Tentacle for Zane. Zane is the character's name here. So I'm just going to read it really quick and point out the dress ups and the topic clinchers. And we do have that one opener. Okay, so that's something new on your checklist now is the sentence opener. It's the prepositional opener. So it says, one day a brother and a sister walked to the local fair searching for an adventure. That's the first sentence right here. Notice it has brother in bold, sister, and fair. If you jump down to the last sentence, right here, we have the siblings were enjoying themselves at the fair. So siblings is another word for brother and sister. You probably already know that. But notice how that one's in bold and the word fair is in bold. So those connect. I want to show you in each paragraph, you should have 2 or 3 key words that either repeat or reflect. So brother and sister and siblings, those reflect. And then we have fair here and fair here. Those repeat. So each paragraph should have that. And I'm going to read a little bit more. The brother's name was Zane, and the sister, who was the oldest, was named Hannah. Hannah and Zane could visit the fair by themselves because it was a small town. So because is your dress up there. And then notice how right here, do you see the number 2 and the word before? And the word before is a preposition. And I put a 2 in front of it because that's the opener. That's how you label it in your paper. If you're writing your paper by hand, just draw little brackets around a 2 right before you have that opener. And then it says, before they left, their parents gave them both $15 to spend, and the kids were hungry. And then I'm going to keep going. While, that's an Asia word, that's a dress up. While the siblings casually strolled, that's an ly adverb, casually strolled over to the food area, they pondered what they wanted to munch on. Every food seemed to be deep fried on a stick. Hannah noticed one of the stands that had mac and cheese on a stick and wondered how that was possible. By the way, deep right here is an adjective. It's telling what kind of fried food. It's deep fried food, right? So deep is an adjective. That's a quality adjective. And then here it says Zane, who felt daring that day, asked his sister if they could buy the octopus on a stick. Stand. I don't know why stand is there. I'm going to take that word off. Octopus on a stick. The siblings were enjoying themselves at the fair. So you've got your 6 dress ups underlined. We've got walked, we've got because, we've got casually, while, deep, and who. See all 6 words underlined? Those are the dress ups. We have the opener right here. Before is a preposition, so that's a prepositional opener. And then, like I showed you earlier, we've got the topic clinchers. Yes, Julio.
I noticed that isn't this like one paragraph?
Yeah, this is just the first paragraph. There's more to the story, but I didn't finish it. I just wanted to show you the first paragraph, but you're right, each paragraph. So first, and then the second one later, all 3 paragraphs should follow the same pattern. Does that make sense, Julio? Okay. Any other questions about this? So that was a good thing to point out. Each paragraph, all 3 paragraphs need to have all of this in each paragraph. Just want to remind you about that. And when you turn it in on Google Classroom, if you forget anything, I'm going to give you a note and I'm going to say, okay, you need to fix this. You forgot this, or you accidentally used a banned word, and then you got to go back and fix it and turn it back in. So try to get it the first time when you turn it in. All right. So we're done with week 12. So I want you to put away this tan page first, the one that has the prepositional opener in it. That is going to go in your stylistic techniques tab. So this one from your stack of things here, this is page 107. It needs to go behind the stylistic techniques tab in the back of your binder, pretty far back there. This one, stylistic techniques. Put that tan page there behind that tab because you're going to need to come back to this. If you need help making sentences that have prepositional openers, then you can find it, okay? So put it behind stylistic techniques. The rest of your papers for week 12 can go away in your finished folder, because we're done with the rest of it now. And then go ahead and get out week 13. It's called sugar. We're going to write about sugar. We love sugar.
You didn't tell us we would have to do a whole talk on it.
It is a lot of pages you're going to get out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages for sugar, week 13. And yes, we will be talking a lot about sugar, so it's a good topic. The other thing you're going to get out is the big white paper at the back of your binders. We're going to start using those now. Yes, Olivia?
My sister would be obsessed with it.
With
Like
sugar?
she cannot live without it.
That's funny. I feel that way too sometimes. I mean, we call it a sweet tooth, you know. I have a pretty big sweet tooth. I love my chocolate and
Like
dessert.
yesterday, we made a mini sundae,
Uh-huh.
and all I could see was just a bunch of chocolate syrup.
I love that. All right, once you get all 6 pages out for week 13, there's 6 of them. Make sure you got them all. And a big piece of white paper. That white paper's in the back, remember? We used these last year a little bit. Did everybody find their paper? The big one? Yeah, do you remember using these last year? Okay, good. So we're gonna fold this first, okay? So I'll wait till you guys are ready, but once you get your white paper out, hold it up for me so I can see it. I see yours, Christopher. Yep, I see yours, Julio. I see yours, London. It's the big white page at the very back, just one piece. Okay, I think you're holding it up, but oh yeah, okay, I see it. Megan, did you find one? Can you hear me, Megan? Did you find a white page? Okay, good. So open it wide like this, okay? And the first fold is going to be, remember I used to talk about the taco fold? It's going to go this direction. So it's long and skinny like that. Fold it like that first. So it looks like this, and then hold it up for me so we can remember how to fold these. Yes, that's right, Christopher. You got it. Good. That's right, Olivia. Fold it like that.
The crease in the middle is messing mine up.
I know. Just try to ignore that. And no, it's in the middle, but try to ignore that. Good, London. That's correct. That's correct. Oh, I see what you mean. You're having a hard time folding it because of that crease.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just kind of have to force it.
I
You're
got
right,
it.
Christopher. It's in thirds. That's right. You got the right thing. So you're gonna go little past the middle, and then this side goes on top of that. So you're gonna fold the right side over or one side, it doesn't matter which one, and then the other side goes on top. So you end up with a square like this size. Okay. After you fold that, fold it up like this. Yep, good, Christopher. You got it. Yep, you got it, Julio. Good job. We did these last year. Let me see you hold it up a little higher, Sydney. Oh, you don't have the big one? Okay. So once you fold it like that, you got to fold it 2 times, like you're folding it in thirds. Okay. So a little past the middle and then that one on top. Try to fold that. Good. That's right, London. You got it. Um, hold it up again, Sydney. Did you? Oh, I think you folded it the wrong direction. Open it all the way for me real quick so I can see it. Fold it. Your first fold should go like this, like this direction, where it's folded the other direction. I think yours is so that it's long and skinny like this. Yeah, that's better. Yep, that's better. Now fold it in thirds. So you go a little past the middle, and then the other one goes on top of that. Okay. I think everybody's got it. Yeah, that's it. Good job. Make sure you crease that. You might have extra folds in there, but that's okay. Did you get it, Megan? Okay, you folded, I think you folded too many times, but I think it'll work. I think it'll work. So go ahead and open it back up. You should see, if you ignore that middle crease, you should see 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And now, let me share my screen here. Remember how we did A, B, and C on the top? We're going to do that again. So on this one, the top left side, I want you to put an A right here like this with a box around it. That's on the, I have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So make sure you put it the long way like mine. And then we're going to do a Roman numeral 1. And then we're going to do 1 through 5 right here. So we're building keyword outlines right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to put parentheses around 4 and 5 like that. Okay. So I'll wait till you get that one done. So A with a box. This is for the first article. Roman numeral 1, 1 through 5. And 4 and 5 are in parentheses there. Thumbs up. Got that? Good. Okay, good. Now move over to the middle box right here. This one, remember, is going to be B, like that. And don't forget, this is still Roman numeral 1. We're going to keep all these Roman numeral 1, and I'll explain why in a minute, but don't change that. Keep it Roman numeral 1. And then again, 1 through 5, and parentheses around 4 and 5, like that. Make sure they're all Roman numeral 1. Okay. One more next to B, up here, C. And again, Roman numeral 1, 1 through 5. And 4 and 5 are in parentheses like that. Give me a thumbs up once you got A, B, and C. Good, Olivia. I see that. Good, Sydney. Good, Julio, London. A, B, and C. Keep going, Megan. I know you're working on it. Under B, the box under, remember this one? Fused outline. And then you're going to underline that like that. That goes in the box under the B. And this one, again, Roman numeral 1. Make sure you keep it 1. This time you're going to do 1 through 6, and we're not going to put any in parentheses, okay? But you are going to add the word clincher at the bottom, like that. So now we've got fused outline, Roman numeral 1. They're all Roman numeral 1. All of this is only for the first paragraph. It's a lot to do for the first paragraph. Thumbs up when you got your fused outline ready. Good, good, good. I see those. Roman numeral 1, 1 through 6, and clincher. Megan, is yours ready? Good. All right, good. Over here under, remember we fill in this box too. Underneath the C, the box under here that's blank, I want you to write possible topics and underline that. That's probably a new one for you. So possible topics means we're going to look for all the possible topics that we can do in these articles about sugar. And then we're going to decide which topics we're going to pick. So we're going to leave that one blank for now until after we read the articles. But there's one more box that I want to fill in, and it's under the A right here. And I want you to write the word steps. We are talking about summarizing multiple references. Remember how when we talked about summarizing means we're telling some, S-O-M-E, of the information? We're not telling everything, right? We can't tell everything. It's too much information. So we have to pick and choose some information. And that's what we're writing about from multiple references, meaning we've got 3 different articles. We've got Article A, Article B, Article C. But the first step, number 1, you have to know what your subject is. So I want you to write the word subject, and that is the subject of your paper. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that a little bit better. You got to know what your subject of your paper is. Our subject equals sugar. That is what we're going to write about. So your subject of your paper is sugar. Step 2 is listing possible topics. So we're going to put list possible topics. That is step 2. And I'm going to tell you the rest of the steps later, but we already know what our subject is. Our subject is sugar, but we don't know our possible topics yet. Okay. That's what we got to figure out. What are the possible subjects, or I mean, topics? What about the sugar are we going to learn about? Thumbs up if you got those steps written down. You guys all caught up with me? Okay, good. Now we're going to pause there for a second on the big paper. Now get out the first article, which is on page 113. Do you see how it says source text 13.1? This is the first article about sugar in your articles that you just took out of your binder. So at the top of this one on page 113, I want you to put an A with a box around it like that. It's really important when you do a paper like this is like a research paper or a report. It's really, really important that you stay organized. So A goes with A here. See how they go together. So the information you're going to put on this outline comes from A. It's really important that you keep yourself organized like that. All right, so we're going to start. Actually, let's label all of them first, just so we get that done. This one here, look at this one. This is page 115. It's called How Much Sugar? 13.2. I want you to put a B on top of that one. This is going to be Article B. This one's on page 115. And the last article, let's just label them all so we have them ready. This is on page 117. It's called Sugar Plastic. Weird title. This one's going to be C. So you should have, each article should have A or B or C. They're all labeled now. And like I said earlier, it goes with your outline. So C and C, they go together. All right. Thumbs up if you labeled each article already. Good. It's a lot to keep track of. You have a lot of papers to go through right now. Okay, go back to Article A. We're going to go back to that one. Remember, we know our subject. Step 1 is know what your subject is. Our subject is sugar. Step 2 is what are the possible topics? That's what we got to figure out next. So I'm going to read this article, and then after I read each paragraph, you're going to help me decide what is that paragraph mostly about, and we're going to label the paragraphs. So I'll start here. You guys follow along as I read. You don't need to underline anything yet. We're just going to read it and try to decide what the paragraph is mostly about. So it says, sugar most often comes from sugarcane, a tall grass that grows in warm places. Sugar can also be extracted from the sugar beet, a root that grows in cool places. When the sap or juice is boiled down, it turns into crystals. The crystals hold the concentrated sweetness of the plant. Sugar is sold as a powder or sometimes in cubes, lumps, blocks, tablets, and even liquid. That's interesting. So it's talking about where sugar comes from or the making of sugar. You know, I talked about how if you boil it down, it turns into crystals. It's talking about the making of sugar. So on the margin, I'm going to have you guys turn your article to the side where the holes are. Next to that top paragraph, I just want you to write the word making right here. Okay. We're labeling that paragraph. That is a possible topic now, making, the making of sugar. Other thing I want you to do, and this is a lot of me talking because I'm teaching you something a little bit new here. On your big white paper where it says possible topics, we already know one choice, one that we just found was making. So we're going to make a list here. And I want you to write the word making. That's a possible topic, is the making of sugar. All right, we're going to keep reading. Let's see what the next paragraph is about, and then we're going to label that one. It says, people have known about sugar since ancient times. Raw sugarcane was chewed for its sweetness. Sugar came to Europe when the Moors, who left north of Africa and settled in Spain. Crusaders brought sugar back to Europe from the Holy Land. For a long time, sugar was a rare spice that only rich people could buy. Then, after sugarcane was cultivated in the New World, it cost less. In the 1800s and 1900s, high fructose corn syrup, sugar from sugar beets, and alternative sweeteners were developed. Okay, since it's talking about ancient times and it's talking about other countries and where sugar originated from and how they discovered it, I also see some dates in here like 1800s and 1900s because we're in the 2000s now. It's 2025, almost 2026. So this would be the history of sugar. That's the topic for this paragraph. So turn your paper again to the side. The second paragraph, we're going to label this one history. Okay, so that's another topic. That's another possible topic is history. Does anybody have any questions about what we're working on right now? You guys, okay, looks like you're okay. We know if anybody has any questions. What we're doing is reading each paragraph and labeling it. And then you probably already guessed it. We're going to add history. We're making a list over here. So that's a possible topic, history. So add that to your list of possible topics. Okay, back to this. Next paragraph. I'm going to keep going. It says, eating added sugar affects a person's health. Added sugar means sugar that is mixed into food in a factory during food preparation or at the table. Added sugar can be found in packaged foods like breads and pasta sauce. Even foods that seem healthy, like yogurt, energy bars, and fruit juice, often contain added sugar. Sugar-sweetened beverages like soda pop or sports drinks are the largest source of added sugar in Americans' diet. So it's kind of interesting how obviously soda has a lot of sugar in it. I'm sure you've heard your parents talk about that before. That has a lot of sugar. That's probably why they don't let you drink soda every day, right? Maybe every once in a while you can have a soda, but it's not good to drink it every day because of all the sugar that's in it. And the sports drinks are like Gatorade or something like that. Okay, those actually have a lot of sugar in it too. That's why they taste so good. It's hard because we love sugar, right? But this is talking about foods that have sugar in them. So I'm going to put the word foods with an S, meaning these are the foods that have sugar in them. So it's more than one food. It's like pasta, sauce, and bread. And it also talked about drinks. So it's telling us like some examples of different foods that have sugar in it. All right, you know what to do. We got to add foods now to our possible topics list. We're keeping track of those right here too. So we're going to put foods here. Okay, add that. Thumbs up if you guys have all that with me. Good, I see that. Olivia, good, good. Thank you, Megan. Christopher, you good? You got all that done? Okay, next paragraph. Too much refined sugar can have harmful effects. In the mouth, liquid sugar means bacteria. Together, they create acid that can cause, go to the back here, there's more. Uh-oh, cavities. We know about those. I know about cavities. And damage the surface of your teeth, or of our teeth. Over time, sugar can hurt our heart, pancreas, which is another organ in our bodies, or liver. Added sugar might also lead to unhealthy weight gain. So it's talking about what happens to us if we eat too much sugar. It's okay to have some, but like I said earlier, that's why your parents don't want you to always eat cookies and drink soda and have cake and all that sweet stuff. It's wonderful, but it's not good for us, right? It's not good too much of it. So we're going to call this one, I'm going to go back to the front page here. And at the very bottom where it starts, I'm going to put health because it's talking about how it affects our health. Yes, Julio?
Right now, I'm drinking a shake that's actually just made of fruits that my mom made for class.
Awesome. That sounds yummy.
Strawberries and bananas.
Those are natural sugars, so that's a little bit different. I think that's, you wouldn't consider that the same thing as like a milkshake with chocolate or something in it. That's totally different. But the fruit shakes are really good for you because you've got a lot of vitamins in there too. That's cool. Those are good. All right, so health, it's talking about the negative side of having sugar. It affects our teeth, it affects our heart, so we got to be careful not to have too much. All right, you know what to do. Let's add health here. Health. Okay, we're making a big list. These are all of our possible topics here. There's a little bit more on the back, so I'm going to keep going on the back. This is also talking about health. It's the rest of that paragraph, okay? And then it says, however, pure unrefined sugarcane juice has been used for thousands of years to promote health. Oh, here's something good about sugar. Tasting a bit like earthy lemonade, this sweet, refreshing drink is popular in India and other tropical countries. Locals, that means people who live there, Drink cane juice for energy and hydration. Recent research shows that its antioxidants can strengthen the immune system and even help fight cancer. And they're talking about unrefined sugar cane. So sugar that's in its natural state, not that's been processed in a factory, but in a natural state. That actually has benefits to it, the sugar cane juice. So I think this paragraph is mostly talking about sugar cane juice. I'm going to turn it to the side here, and I'm just going to put SC for sugar cane and then the word juice here. Okay, so it's talking about sugar cane juice, SC juice. Add that to your list here. SC juice. And then we are just going to try to fit in one last paragraph of that article, and then we'll stop there. Sugarcane juice. This last paragraph, I'm going to do kind of quick. It just says alternatives to added sugar are numerous. Okay, so this paragraph is talking about alternatives to sugar. You can flavor water by adding cucumber slices, peppermint leaves, or segments of lime or orange. Instead of candy, you can enjoy sweet fruits like apples, bananas, and strawberries like Julio's shake right now. Cinnamon lends sweetness when sprinkled on applesauce. Honey, dates, and coconut sugars may be a healthier way to sweeten baked goods. Today, many healthier snacks are sweetened with xylitol crystals or stevia extract rather than refined sugars. So those are like alternative sugars. So that first word right there, alternatives, I want you to copy that over here on the side. It's alternatives. That means what else can you use instead of sugar? That's what this is talking about. Other things you can use instead of sugar. Alternatives. And then go ahead and add alternatives here. And I know we're out of time, so here's what we're going to do. We are not going to write any news stories this week. We are getting this ready for a big report after Christmas, okay? So we're going to stop here on this lesson and we're going to pick it up again after Christmas break. So your homework this week is only grammar. You will do grammar this week, okay? And I want you to go back and check Google Classroom. If there's anything you need to fix on any old papers, make sure to check. If I gave you something less than 10, then you need to go back and check and fix it so you can get a 10. So two things, you're going to do your grammar for the week and you're going to check if you need to fix anything from past papers. That's all your homework is for this week. And then we have a break. Yes, Olivia.
Is it going to be more pages or the same?
For grammar?
Yeah.
It's the same. So just the 3 pages in the next 3 pages. Same as usual. Yes, Christopher.
Is there a class next week?
No, next week is Christmas week. And then we have 3 weeks off. I know. Woohoo! We have 3 weeks off. So I won't see you until January, till 2026. Next year.
Now I can say next class I can say I haven't seen you since last year.
Yes, yes. That's right. I won't see you guys till next year. That's right. Olivia, did you want to say something?
Me and Cami, we saw this short where this guy, so he was like, I haven't showered since 2021.
Yep, there you go. Next year. Okay. Sydney, London, do you guys have any questions before you go? All right, so I'll see you in 3 weeks. Bye, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
So we have to do this too, our story.
No, you don't have to do the story this time. It's just grammar. And then that's it as far as new homework, is just the grammar. And then I do want you to go back and check to see if you need to fix any old assignments on Google, okay? And so you don't have any new writing assignments.
So we don't have
Bye,
to do
London.
this that we just wrote.
We don't have to do anything with what you just wrote. Just keep it in your front pocket. Keep
Fine.
it there. And then we'll finish it next time, okay? Next year. We'll finish it next year. What can I say? All right. Bye, you guys. Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Merry
Happy New
Christmas and
Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. You